Just the way it goes. Just the way it goes. Degrees.
Sadistic Penguin Studios presents It's Getting Drafty in Here.
Drafty old porno.
The show of drafting random nonsense.
I choose business ethics.
And now, coming to you from his basement, a.k.a. Draft Headquarters, your host and draft master, Magnificent Stan.
Hello, welcome to episode 24 of It's Getting Drafty in Here. I am your host, Magnificent Stan. Today is Tuesday, August 1st, 2023. And today we're kind of pulling away from the, movie, music, sports. I'm pulling away from all of those this week, and we are going to do one that was suggested by one of the members of our panel, which is legal things that should be illegal. So things that are on the books or not on the books that should be. Joining me today, first of all, we have our buddy Stoop from the all sports scene. What's going on, pal?
Hello. I am here and ready to draft.
You look excited. I'm glad to have you here, buddy.
I'm so excited.
Also joining us is another. Can I frame you as a member of the all sports scene? I called you the first lady of all sports scene earlier.
I'm just a part of the fan club.
It's part of the fan club. She's also been one of our biggest supporters here at Drafty Pod at Sadistic Penguin Studios. Very, very always active in our chat rooms and always just a great part of the group. So, Katelyn Reeves, how you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. I'm excited. I think this is going to be a good one.
Right on. I always love when the person that comes up with the idea. I always love when we have them on because it always adds to it. So, I really, really appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.
And then finally, member of the Chicago Sports Bums. He is the finest basketball player in the history of White Sox Twitter. He is my favorite. I mean, can I call you a fellow communist? Or I mean,
I guess we're comrade.
I was planning on calling you comrade. I'm glad you brought that to me. But all right, HBIC, how you doing, Jason?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
When I was putting this episode together, I'm like, oh man, this is perfect for Jason. This is like perfect old man yells at clouds topic. And I think Jason plus Stoop equals chaos. So that's what I'm hoping we see here today a little bit.
I'm a little more subdued this time because last time you had us on for the barbecue draft. I was drinking heavily.
The
night is water. So the chaos might be a little tempered. I'm not going to make this pod go off the rails or do double drafting and cause controversy like last time.
I'm a little disappointed. I kind of want you done. But all right. So you won the lottery. So you have the first pick in our draft here.
All right. So I didn't really pick a lot because I'm going to win it with the first pick, and it's just going to be just Jordan, and that's that's Ticketmaster fees.
Oh,
I have that on there.
Oh, yep.
It's a good one.
What a pain in the ass.
Is this strictly Ticketmaster, or does this apply to all of the ticketing services?
See, now you're trying to do what I did with the arrachera with.
I'm just asking questions.
Yeah,
Tickets $20 after fees $100.
you also have like the city fee and like
Oh yeah,
the extra tax for Chicago
Because they all do
the
this
service charge, the convenience fee, the tax, the city tax, the state
entertainment
tax.
fee.
Yeah,
They all do
the,
this shit.
the fuck you tax.
SeatGeek, Game Time, Ticketmaster, StubHub, they all do this bullshit.
Yep. Yeah, I've learned now just to click that button that shows after fees, so I'm not bamboozled at the end.
Oh, you're smart.
You are
That's
smart. I never do that.
I think only StubHub. I think StubHub does it, but yeah, it drives me nuts. And by the time I like see the fees, I'm like, I'm out. Never mind.
Yeah, I didn't want it that bad anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a great.
I don't want to see the fucking Wiggles anyway, man.
I think that's an appropriate first overall pick.
Forget these White Sox tickets.
I was between two, and I decided after consulting the wife, she recommended going with the Ticketmaster fees because they're universally hated.
Yep.
So
that's a great first pick.
I'm waiting for like one big artist. I need like Taylor Swift or someone to just be like, fuck Ticketmaster. I'm going on my own platform or going on
Pearl Jam
like
did it.
a startup
did
or
it,
something.
Pearl Jam sued them, and they're still doing it. And this 30 years later, yeah, I mean they went in front of the fucking Senate, and they're still able to do whatever the hell they want. All right, well, Ticketmaster, that was a perfect one. Definitely on my list. Definitely on, I think, two of the lists that were presented to me as well, because I'm gonna have a few to show you guys at the end here. So yeah, I'll go ahead and go next. I actually didn't have like my definitive like pick, but I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick. I fucking hate cash.
Oh,
I like that.
I don't.
What was it?
I don't even have a cash. Just cash
Oh.
money. I don't want cash anymore. Just cash.
ooh, I pretty vehemently disagree with you.
Why?
I'm with you, Bri.
I will have to disagree a little bit. I stopped carrying cash.
Yeah.
I only carry like a money clip and it's not even money in there. It's just plastic credit card. But then there's that occasional time where like, oh, I need to tip someone and I don't have any fucking cash.
Well, they'll figure out a system for that. You know what I mean?
And sometimes I'll be like, hey, you got Venmo or something, and I'll send them money. But like the other day we went out for dinner and I couldn't find any parking. I had to valet it, and I was like, fuck, I don't have any cash to tip the valet guy. So
yeah, yes, Bologna, I am a communist.
Yeah, the only time I like cash is when I'm going to the casino, or else I hate it. Like when I'm very like particular about my finances, so it drives me nuts when I'm like, wait, but then there's this in Sam's wallet and this in my wallet. It drives me nuts. I like it all in my account.
I'm ready for the barcode or the microchip in your arm. I'm just ready for it. Just lean into it, man. They won. Just remember that
We're
won.
gonna have bans.
I mean, you're really making it easy for them, though. You're really letting them win. Like you guys are putting a lot of trust into some fucking numbers on a screen, man.
They're gonna win anyway, man. Like
what? Okay, what if they don't? What if the sun explodes, or like what if we topple the government? Then what? Like obviously, like we're gonna set up a new system, but in the interim, it would be nice to like have something to kind of use as currency in the meantime. I'm a big proponent of cash. Also, the government can't track what I'm spending my money on if I use cash. That's a big seller for me. That's not just the government, but corporations and all of the entities that would do the tracking cannot do the tracking if you're buying things with a physical. Yeah.
So playing the part of Howard Hughes this evening is Stoop.
And I also want to mention that cash actually helps those fine young ladies go through college. when you
Exactly. Cash makes the world.
you can't be throwing the credit cards on stage. You got to be throwing cash. So what would happen to our economy if there was no cash?
Yeah.
There would be no strip clubs. The world would go into utter chaos.
Yeah,
and we would all just kill each other because the strip clubs no longer exist.
So
the ripple effect.
So to sum up, we
The
need
nipple
cash
effect.
because of strippers.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
And gambling.
We need cash because of strippers, gambling, and drugs.
Yes.
The finer things.
That's the world economy right there.
Seriously, like
that's
that.
not the finance.
Those things make the world.
Everything.
Those things make the world go round. I think that's an excellent point.
If you have a podcast of trios, that's our trio right there.
Yeah,
those three things. I like it.
I would prefer to use cash just over everything. Like I would like to go the opposite direction than what is currently happening, where the places like the ballpark being cashless makes me want to fight every time. I want to use cash, god damn it.
Just conform.
Plus
fucking conform, man.
Plus like, whenever there's, everyone's got this fucking screen now where you put the card and then it's like, here, do you select how much you want to tip? I have no way of knowing that tip is actually going to the person that I'm supposedly tipping. So you know how I can ensure that person is getting my money? If I hand them money.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
I know some businesses that they say that like sometimes like they don't get like the tip. So yeah, I do like to tip cash.
You think Jerry's giving those people, the vendors and whatnot, you think he's giving them those tips?
This is my favorite comment of the night so far. We got Gordo saying he accepts Venmo and Zelle for drugs.
Yeah, I do too, Gordo. But then you know what I have to do? I have to go take out the cash.
Then I have to launder it somehow.
Marty Bird style. All right. So for mine, it happens twice a year, and we all hate it, and it's daylight savings.
Good.
That's a good one.
Good one.
That's a very good one.
Unless you live in Arizona.
Yeah, I think it's Arizona, and was it Alaska or Hawaii? There's like two states I think that
Isn't
don't.
there an area in Indiana that they don't observe it?
Soon to be Illinois.
Yeah, I'm hoping so because
no, it already passed.
Yeah,
I think we are done changing forever as of now.
I didn't hear that yet.
It's either this year or next year.
I think it's next year. I don't think it's right away.
Oh, that'll be amazing. I know it's been talked about, but I haven't seen
my wife said it too.
Indiana
Indiana doesn't observe it.
And let me further take the fun out of this. It is actually, we all say daylight savings time.
Yeah, I messed that up.
And Lord knows, as Chicago whites, we are want to add the pluralizing S to everything. It is actually daylight saving time.
Yeah, my hubby corrected me.
And interestingly, what we're currently on in the summer is actually daylight saving time. So like the regular time, the real time is actually the depressing ass shit that we're on in the winter. But so what we're actually doing when we stop changing is we're actually going to be staying on this daylight saving time, which is just going to make everyone so much happier.
Yeah. Like I said, it takes me months. It takes my dogs even longer. I feel like there's nothing like when they wake you up even earlier for dinner. It's fun. But no, I just feel like I can never get used to it. And I'm just like, why do we still do this? Why? I didn't realize though that it's finally going to be a thing, because that's going to be awesome.
So my wife mentioned Indiana. I mentioned Indiana. And now Jackie throws this out. This is a quote. What kind of schmuck ass system? This is from The West Wing. And that's probably why all three of us know that Indiana doesn't observe daylight saving. Just because of that one episode of The West Wing where they all get lost in Indiana.
So are we still doing this like in the fall? Do we still have to?
I don't think so. I think that because I remember when we passed this we're gonna stop doing this thing. We passed it. We passed it last year, like in 2022. So I think we've already shifted our clocks for the last time.
Oh, thank you.
And my favorite thing about daylight saving time is that whenever you ask anybody, particularly like city dwellers, when you ask us why we have daylight saving time, you just get some kind of vague, nebulous answer about
They all say the
about
farmers.
farmers.
Yeah, it was about crops.
No
yeah.
one can elaborate on what it is about the farmers and why.
Well,
they
and
need...
that was always why kids didn't have the schools were letting out earlier and earlier and earlier so they could tend crops, and
that's a more specific answer than you usually get about daylight saving time, though.
Right.
I need that
right.
free child labor.
Right, exactly.
But I just realized I have one of those clocks that automatically changes with daylight savings time. So now I have to get rid of that. Otherwise, I'm gonna wake up one day and I'm gonna be like an hour ahead. I'm gonna be like, oh fuck, I'm late.
Yeah, that was the other worst part.
Capitalist got you again.
Clock.
You have to buy all new clocks.
So are we to trust that Baloney knows what he's talking about? He says that the whole country is done with it forever. So.
I'm just surprised it wasn't more of like a hype on like social media.
I think that's a trustworthy packet of lunch meat.
I hope so, because it's on my list. Should I pick something else?
Nope.
No, I mean, because it's still
that's a good one. That's a really good
correct that it should be illegal. Maybe it's currently not illegal. So
all right, works for me. I know we all hate it. Thank you.
I feel like I have a sizable list of B tier picks, and I'm deliberating.
Well, you got two here, so we do
all
the
right.
snake here.
A.
So, number one, I'm going to go speakerphone or FaceTime in public.
I had that one. Yep.
I was on the train recently, and this woman that just a regular lady, didn't seem to have any kind of impairment, gets on the train, a fairly full train at night, and she's just squawking away, just a loud conversation between her and whoever is on the other line. And the subject matter was not particularly noteworthy. Otherwise, I'd probably remember what the fuck they were talking about. But just what are you like? There's other people here. Shut the fuck up, man.
It's ridiculous. I can't stand it.
What I'm gonna start doing from like when people are doing that now, like either FaceTime's fine if you have the things in your ears.
Yeah.
But if I can hear your conversation, I'm just gonna start participating.
Just turn around and jump in.
Yeah.
Because
you clearly want me to hear whatever it is you're talking about. So
well, and it's never like a quiet like FaceTime call or quiet speaker.
No.
It's like
no.
Holy, like when I was served and bartended like for years, like we'd have the entire restaurant all looking at the same table. Like, are you kidding me right now with this? Like, it's just obnoxious for sure. It's never like quiet. It's always got to be like times 10.
Yeah. That's.
And they're always talking about some dumbass shit.
Yeah, the discolored flaps on my butthole. Yeah. Shit like that.
Oh, no, you need to put carrots in it. Carrots. It's always like the worst invention for 60-year-olds was speakerphone.
Yeah. And it's always fun too watching the older people have the phone on speakerphone and still put it up to their ear.
Right.
That's always
so my mom
the sound isn't coming out of that part of the phone now because you elected for it to come out of a different part of the phone.
My mom didn't get a cell phone until she was like 60, and she would do that like she just didn't know that like it's actually really good. Like it'll pick it up. You don't have to
My dad still does that, and the amount of times he comes over every week. Can you look this up? I'm like, oh Lord.
My dad is the biggest offender of this. I mean, granted, I guess he's not doing it in public that I know of, but he'll pace back and forth in their house on speakerphone. He refuses to just talk on the phone normal. He has to have it on speakerphone. I don't understand. And then he paces around. So when I'm talking to him on the phone, I just hear a bunch of shuffling noises.
Is it because he's having hearing problems though? Because that's like the one concern you have with people that are doing that is like they legit can't fucking hear.
No, I'm sure he can hear. He's just an idiot. It's inexcusable to me.
So a further update is, I guess it's not happened yet.
I don't understand why. Like, what's the pro of having Daylight savings. I don't get it.
Nobody does.
We need to
Nobody gets it.
We need to hire a fucking fact checker here at Drafty Pod. Does anybody? I will pay somebody to look shit up during episodes.
A professional Googler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, you and Brandy on the business together.
Yeah.
Fact checking on the side.
Oh boy.
I trust her.
She'll just steal from me. That's how.
But yeah, that is a good one. I have that one on my list. I can't stand that. I can't.
Right.
I could go on.
I think number 2 is going to be pissing on the toilet seat.
You have a piss answer?
Man, we made it before 20 minutes. You mentioned piss.
Yeah, I didn't want to disappoint. I think that you should be arrested if you are too fucking lazy to pick up the goddamn seat before you piss. It's not that hard.
Yup. I grew up with 5 guys, and it was fun.
I don't understand. I don't understand it. Who raised these fucking animals?
Hey.
I don't get it.
The same people on the speakerphones in public, you know?
Probably. Yeah, probably right about that.
Yeah,
you could really get a double whammy going if you're like you're talking loudly on speakerphone and pissing on the toilet seat simultaneously. That'd be great.
It's like the most annoying human being ever.
Yeah.
Like rival Carrot Top for the worst person ever. Jason, do you sit when you pee? That's what Baloney's accusing you of.
It was a question of the week, and I said if it's 3 a.m. in the morning and you have to get up to go pee, and do you turn on all the lights to pee, or you just keep the lights off and sit down and pee?
I'm absolutely team sit down and pee. You call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. Sitting is better than standing.
I'm too discombobulated to just not walk up and just go. Like I turn the light on. Like
the last thing I want, like at 2 or 3 in the morning when I'm half asleep, is I'm
absolutely
light.
not turning. You're a psychopath if you're turning on the light. That's insane.
Guess I'm a psychopath.
That's
then.
insane.
I'll sit and pee in the dark. Like
absolutely sit and pee in the dark. 100%.
All right.
I prefer to sit too, guys.
Okay.
So you know. It's a better way.
It's more efficient.
All right, number 2. All right, we've all been on airplanes before, and they're too damn small. So I think we should ban middle seats on airplanes. All right.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what, except for you can keep them because some people have little kids. I get it. And it just gives more space to the aisle seats and the window seat. I hate it. I've been traveling for years, and no matter what size I was, you're just sitting there packed. Doesn't matter which seat you are. And if you're in the middle seat, obviously it's the worst because the people next to you forget that those are your armrests, not theirs.
That's true.
And then you just end up in this weird little
no one understands. A lot of people don't know that that's the etiquette. Because if you're on the aisle, you have the luxury of having the aisle. If you're at the window, you have the luxury of having the window and the wall to lean against and shit.
Right.
Yep.
And the middle seat, the only respite that you have is the goddamn armrests.
Right.
Those are the middle seats armrests.
And they're always taken by the people next to you. I haven't been a middle seater in a while because I'm at that age now where I will pay the extra to make sure.
So Brandy's going to Japan in September, and she's just kind of agonizing over like the comfort of the plane, which I don't blame her. Obviously, I'm a bigger person, so I definitely understand as well.
Sure.
And I told her, I'm like, if you got to pay extra, like I don't care, like whatever it costs to be comfortable, like you don't want to be miserable on that, you know.
Oh yeah, it's the worst. Like Sam and we just try to like get the aisle seats.
Yeah.
Or before COVID, you know, we would like sit in the same aisle, and if anyone came towards us, I'd start fake coughing so they'd go away. now you can't do that anymore. No. So then sometimes we just pray.
The goddamn liberals canceled coughing.
But it's just uncomfortable. Someone's elbowing you, someone's like touching other people, like having them against you for that long. It's like, get away from me. That was the nice perk of COVID. No middle seats, and they should be banned. I will stay on my stoop box.
Yeah. Good call.
That is a really good one for sure. Okay.
My soapbox. I said stoop box.
Your stoop box? Is that what we're
I just
calling it?
realized that.
That works too.
Stoop box.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Most people have to pay extra to see my stoop box.
Oh God. All right. One of the things that kind of drives me crazy is I don't really want to pay for cable anymore, but I do it just because I want to watch White Sox baseball. And it's because of blackout restrictions that I have to watch local channels as opposed to MLB TV or anything like that. So I'm gonna pick.
I have YouTube TV, Brian.
YouTube. Well, yeah, but that's still you're still paying for cable. I don't want to pay for that anymore.
That's well, you're paying for something.
I mean, YouTube streaming cable. That's what it is, basically.
Yeah, I guess it's semantics. It's not cable. It doesn't come over. I mean, it's internet, but
Right.
yeah, tomato. I guess it's cheaper. It's cheaper than cable, though.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we always
I
hate
don't
the
know.
blackout restrictions. It's
Some
annoying.
of the blackout restrictions. It's something that's it's old. Like
Yeah, it's very stupid. It's
And
very
that-
very dumb.
and like all the local sports stations are all going out of business now, and it's like.
Well, now it's like
Gee, I
Apple
wonder why.
TV. Yeah, like
Right.
now it's like special games, and I feel like
Well-
we signed up for all that, and it's like, Jesus Christ, like we signed up for so much crap just to watch something that should be on TV all the time.
I'm
Not
trying to
blacked out.
remember what team it was. I think it was the Padres that actually lost their network.
I think
And Major League Baseball handles their TV now.
Well, I
And
remember
their
everybody
broadcast
went crazy over the Cubs for like the Marquee Network. Like
Yeah.
people at first were going like insane because it wasn't going to be included, and yeah,
Well, Marquee Network still doesn't have a deal with YouTube TV, so I
TV.
just don't see Cubs games ever.
Yep.
Which
Oh,
is
okay, yeah.
fine.
The only time I've ever seen Marquee Network was like in a bar,
yeah, that's what's
Outside of that, you
exactly.
never-
Yep.
Well, eventually, I think it's all going to be handled by the sport itself. But until
Well,
then,
I mean, eventually it'll just all be on the orb.
are we talking about like the big orb in Las Vegas?
Oh, yeah, the
Sure.
big spear.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with you though, Brian. I think that's really annoying. I know Sam gets super pissed about that.
All
Who's
right, am I
charging
up here?
20 extra? Is that Comcast or Yumper?
YouTube TV, I think.
Oh, really?
I think Comcast has Marquee.
I didn't know YouTube TV could do that.
Yeah, Comcast has Marquee. I get it with my
Yeah.
Okay.
package.
You got your package, huh?
I got my package.
And it comes
Just
with
my
Marquee.
package.
All right,
All right.
Mr. Jason.
All right. I got back to back here, so I'm gonna go next thing. The one thing I probably hate the most is I was between this is the first overall pick as well. Telemarketing calls.
Yep.
Yeah.
On my
I mean,
list as well.
I don't
Yeah,
care about my
that.
car's extended warranty.
Yeah.
I don't care about like if you're trying to sell me Medicaid, my roof doesn't need to be redone. Like, no, just stop fucking calling me. There's too many of this-
100%.
Too much of this shit.
Yep, I
Like-
have that too. Yep.
So
All right.
And
I
then they're on like there have been crazy lately, and it's like as the years go on, it's like now your phones tell you like scam likely, which is nice, but it's still annoying.
So let me ask this: Are you getting telemarketing calls on your landline? And if so, why do you have a landline?
no, it's on my cell.
What
It's on my
year is
cell
it?
phone, man.
Yeah.
And if it's on your cell phone, you don't have to answer, right?
Well, if it says like
Yeah.
telemarketing or like suspected spam, I never do. But I usually
What
Sometimes
if
it'll
it's
be like
it's just a phone number that you don't have saved in your phone?
Oh,
You're gonna-
I'm crazy like that. I'll answer her phone.
Oh, that is crazy.
I give
yeah.
them all my
I'm
cash.
just not
too.
going to answer. And what I've learned helps, especially with the robocalls, is, and this is a pro tip for everybody out there. If you're getting robocalls, and you'll notice that they come in waves. Like maybe you accidentally answered one, and now for the next few days you're getting fucking 10 a day. If you if rather than like just hit the don't answer button, if you actually answer and then immediately mute your mic, eventually they'll hang up and then they'll mark you as a dead phone number.
That's what I do.
And
I
then you'll stop
answer
getting
and I put it
calls.
on mute, and then they hang
Interesting.
up. Yeah.
I work for a company that does telemarketing on a limited basis, so I can't, I don't specifically do it. I used to do it there, but I I've grown out of that. But,
all right, well, the two of you have to fight now. That's the rule.
It's a terrible thing to be on that other end of it. It's a miserable job, and yeah, I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
Yeah.
All right. And I guess I'll go with my third round, and I'm going to try to word this correctly. It's going to be politicians in Congress being able to serve as long as they wish.
Yeah.
Term limits.
Not necessarily
age limits.
Yeah, age limits. Like after 60, 65, you're done.
Just fuck off. Just you're already rich. Just stop it.
You know what? We don't need any 80-plus-year-old politicians running this shit anymore. Like
100%.
Literally, the man's literally dying standing up.
Yeah,
No
dude,
way.
that was bad.
Like, you shouldn't be making laws for me. You're gonna be dead in 5 minutes.
Yep.
Making laws
I'm
for
trying.
their day.
I'm trying to word it correctly. Is it being able to serve as long as you want, or we can say age limits for?
You know what? I'm gonna put it as age
and term limits.
I'm gonna put /term limits.
Yeah.
Just so that like old people, the AARP doesn't come after you or this show.
Yeah, we don't need 90-year-old men making all the decisions for all of us.
They're gonna offer me a sponsorship and take me out to dinner at 3:00 in the afternoon.
Yep, I thought of that one too.
Sam's already on it. Sam's calling you an ageist, so we didn't.
I am an ageist. You know what? If you're going, why the fuck are you even working at like 75 years old?
It's
when
power.
You have all that money.
All
just
about
go
power.
retire.
Yeah,
leave me the fuck alone
right.
and stop making decisions that you think your old ass thinks I need.
Jason, they're not really working, man. Those guys work like 30 days a year.
The most fun thing is to sit and watch those guys deliberate over like Bitcoin or like just something that like
the whole these AI right now.
These people can't even tell you what Wi-Fi is, and they're having a hearing about the fucking blockchain. Like,
did you ever see the Facebook hearings, man? Those were fucking hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. Now, does Facebook do I get this
what's
on
a data
the
what's
email?
a data mining? Can I explain? Can you explain to me what data mining is? Like,
so is Facebook on my computer? Like,
you're telling me you can get it on the telephone? What the fuck?
That's
I agree. I agree.
A good one. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think term limits are more important. I don't want a guy that's been in fucking Congress for 45 years that shouldn't happen. That's just fucking stupid. But
I think they're both important because I don't think that it's necessarily ageist to be like, you shouldn't be making laws that aren't going to affect you because you'll be dead soon.
Yep.
Like, I think that that's just pragmatic.
Yeah, I totally agree. Wow, we're going political. I didn't.
I like it. I
have some on my list that I was kind of hoping someone would start it off so that I felt like I was okay to do it. So thank you, Jason.
No
I'm going with religious tax exemptions.
Very nice.
There you go. Yeah, that's good.
For far too long, you got guys like Osteen and driving around a $300,000 fucking car because
the other one that just died recently.
Yeah,
the 700 Club motherfucker.
Yeah, Graham. No,
I don't know what his fucking name is. Who cares?
So yeah, I think it's Jesus Christ.
Come on, get it together.
Whoo! Okay, so yeah, I mean, for far too long, these churches they're business. They're not a fucking. I mean, they are, but they're not. That for far too long they've been sucking at the teat of the government and not paying their fair share. Most of these super churches are bigger organizations than conglomerates, and
it's not fair when the rest of us have to pay to suck on teats.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So I'm going. They're going to go after us for small little things. I'm going to go after them for the big stuff. So it's time. And they feel like they're gonna stick their nose in and try to manipulate and try to push people in their directions politically, and then not pay their fair share. Get the fuck out of here.
Sticking their nose right up in the teat.
Agreed.
Yumper, I absolutely remember that. That was Osteen, and he wouldn't open his fucking church up. For people to stand there. Terrible, terrible person.
It's supposed to be a place of help, and it's big nope.
Nope. All right, Katelyn.
Well, Brian, since you brought up religion first,
hey, let's keep going.
I'm gonna go there. It's a little, but you ever heard of purity balls?
Oh my god!
Isn't that? I think that's what I call my balls.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, those ain't pure, Jason.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, it's an ironic name.
Idea, yeah, just this idea that these like young women are supposed to like pledge their virginity with their fathers, and their fathers are supposed to protect it, and then they go to a ball together. It's just fucked up.
And so tell me again who the groomers are.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
You're saying it's not the grown-ass men worried about their young daughter's virginity?
I just think it's the most disgusting thing. It's like, and then
you're really thinking a lot about this, Dad.
Yeah, the dad's supposed to protect the daughter. Told her, it's like, what does the dad have to do with that at all? Like, oh, it's just disgusting, and they're so young, and it's just disgusting. It's creepy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's self-explanatory, but yeah.
Well, and the funny part about it, not funny, but the fucked up part about it is these kids go to purity balls, and they're the ones that are going to end up getting pregnant when they're 15.
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
for sure.
Shameless style.
And it's because it's because they've, because they haven't, had any kind of sex education, and they don't know what happens when you have sex, and then so they have sex because that's what humans do, and then they get pregnant at 15, and then they're not allowed to have an abortion.
Yeah, 100%. It's messed up for sure.
But they care about the kids.
Oh yes, of course they do.
One thing I want to go back, I forgot about just in churches in general.
The chicken?
When I used to run a photography business, and we had a few Lutheran schools that we used to do like picture days for and stuff like that. And in order to procure the contracts for those, you would have to give a charitable donation to the churches. So
yeah.
Texas.
I mean, I'll give a donation to Church's Chicken.
I would have probably gotten taxed on that,
I guess it's not a donation if I'm buying chicken.
Church's chicken.
The Purdue tax.
Yeah, their chicken's pretty good though. Shout out Churches. Give us sponsorship money.
Give us a sponsorship, please.
Yeah. Actually, don't even give us money. Just pay us in chicken.
There we go.
I'm good with that too. I'm gonna have a chicken party.
Yeah, man, I don't have anything like politically charged on my list, but I do have some possibly hot takes or things that are inflammatory. So I'm gonna go.
Please go after 9/11. Please go after 9/11. I'm kidding.
Brian. 9/11 was illegal.
9/11 was an inside job.
It was illegal. That's not something that we need to make illegal.
Sure.
Fair enough.
We could argue over whether it should be legal. All right, never mind. I'm gonna go with all Apple products for my third overall pick. All of them.
Oh man,
all Apple products.
I'm so glad Svo's at the Dodgers game.
iPhone, iPad, the laptops. The laptops are fine, but they're $8,000 fucking dollars. All of it. You're all. Fuck, are you all sheep? Standing in goddamn line for a fucking $3,000 phone that does what my phone did 10 fucking generations ago. Grow up. They have a nice camera. Cool, great. You know what? You could just get a camera and also an Android phone and still have spent less than you spent on your stupid fucking iPhone, where everything's backwards and the fucking coding is different and everything. It's just not worth it. Their shit is so unusable unless you've been using it for your entire life.
That's not that true anymore, man. I switched to iPhone.
Their UI like it depends. It presumes that this is not your first Apple product. Everything's just like a little flick and a wink, and you look this way, and that's how you turn the page. And if you want to close out this window, you just got to do a little dance. Why didn't you already know that? It's common sense, isn't it? No, give me a fucking X button. If I want to access my files, give me a fucking folder that says files. You're making it complicated for no goddamn reason.
Watching on my iPad.
You talking trash on my family, Stoop. So I bought an iPhone, my first iPhone, like a year and a half ago or a year ago, and it actually is really, really good.
I'm sure it's fine.
And switching everything over wasn't a pain in the ass. I didn't lose anything from my Android, anything like that. I just want to let you know that. I will say
when you text me the bubbles green. Yeah, you know what? Here's the other thing. I'm doing this for the bit, but if I'm being 100% honest, the cringiest fucking shit in the world, and this is hypocritical, whatever, I don't give a shit. The cringiest shit in the world is like people actually getting into arguments over this. I'm a consumer whore for this mega billion-dollar corporation. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm a bigger consumer whore for this billion-dollar corporation that uses fucking slave labor overseas. Like
they all use slave labor overseas. Come on.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
All of them.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So, like, you shut the fuck up. It's a phone. Get one, get the other. Just shut the fuck up about it.
So computers was where I could not conform. I bought an iBook or MacBook, whatever.
Yeah, you had to take a mortgage out for it.
No, it wasn't. It was one of the Air ones. It was like $1,200 or something like that. And I was going to use it for this podcast, and I used it for the first couple episodes, and it drove me a little crazy. So I bought a fucking PC, and yeah. So that's that. I don't disagree with you on some of this stuff.
I enjoy that the marketing made it so that so that it's a binary between a Mac or a PC, and PC of course encompasses every other manufacturer of computers.
Yeah.
So Mac is one company, PC is 100 companies.
Is 100 company. Yeah. No,
we all just ate.
Yeah, and
that was a marketing campaign, and we all just ate that shit right up, and it became
anybody can build a PC. Yeah, anybody can build a PC, but they can't build a Mac.
Can I point out the irony of Stoop drafting Apple products, but also saying FaceTime as well?
That's a great point. That's a great point. That's a great point.
That's a good catch.
It's so the marketing is just.
He meant Google time.
The marketing is so in here. I've never once in my life FaceTimed because I've never owned any Apple products save for the fucking iPod when I was 13. And by the way, those were fine. If we could have just stopped there, it's like the evolution of evolution of man meme where it's like, oh fuck, turn around, like that. If we could have stopped at the iPods, it would have been a lot more acceptable.
Well, that's what brought them back. They were in rough shape, and then they came with the iPad or iPod. Yeah. All right, Stu, what's your last pick here, bud?
Ah, shit.
Yump.
All right. Which one of these things is going to piss off the most people?
Keep in mind, we do a dump list at the end. So
okay, fine.
You're not going to be able to mention it.
Okay, fine. So, all right. So for my final pick in the draft, I'm going to take ketchup.
I love that. So simple.
We go from political to ketchup.
Yep.
Are you gonna ring that bell at the stadium?
And I don't just mean ketchup on a hot dog. I think you're gross if you get ketchup on a hot dog, but also just ketchup is gross. Ketchup is not good. Like if you're over 4 years old, you need to graduate from ketchup.
I got nothing to say here, man. I use it.
Yeah,
I'm sure you do.
I'm actually gonna be getting a tattoo of a hot dog with ketchup. So
Ooh, that's. I mean, well, we can at least have someone matching.
I was gonna
tattoos.
put like the the paintings of Jesus where they always have like the circle with the like the glow.
Yeah.
I was gonna do that on the hot dog. So
All right. I mean, that's cool, but ketchup's bad. Ketchup's
not good, man.
It's not good. I don't even put it on my French fries. There's plenty of better things to put on French fries. Anything's better than ketchup.
Nowadays, there's many sauces.
I used to think that ketchup was acceptable in some circumstances, and I suppose my one exception would be if you're using it as an ingredient to make a more sophisticated sauce.
It's in a lot of barbecue sauces.
Yeah, fine if you're using it as an ingredient, but it's not a good condiment. It's so sweet and overpowering.
See,
and
I actually have mustard on my list. That's
and like
that you did ketchup.
and like if you spill it or you get it on your hands, that fucking stench, the like sweet
condiments getting on like my skin. That's one of my
specifically
biggest pet
ketchup
peeves.
though. It's it's the worst.
Look up
it's the worst.
when you get a chance later, go on YouTube and look up ketchup fetish video.
Oh god.
I don't think I will.
Yeah.
Nope.
It involves a young lady, a blow up like an inflatable like children's pool, and like 30 bottles.
I already fell for that 15 years ago with 2 girls, 1 cup. I ain't falling for that again, man.
One girl, 1 bottle of Heinz.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. No, Yumper, I don't need to put. Look, if your fries need ketchup on them, then they're not good fries.
Like steak sauce.
That's probably the only time I'm like, I absolutely need ketchup. I'll put it on a burger every once in a while. I'll put it on a hot dog every once in a while.
Actually, good French fries need nothing. If you need something, then you're compensating for something.
You're compensating. If you're using ketchup, your dick's small.
That's right. Your French fry dick is small.
I love it. I love it.
I need to have you on this show many times. Many times.
That's a good one.
Katelyn, what we got for your last one?
All right. For my last one, I feel like I always get stuck behind them in the drive-thru. No big group orders in the drive-thru, okay? You do a mobile order or you go inside.
You go inside and you pick it up. Yeah.
I swear I'm like the most unlucky when it comes to this. I'm like, are you ordering for the whole classroom? Are you ordering for the entire office? Are you the Duggar family? Like, what is going on here?
Yeah,
it drives me nuts.
How religious are you?
I love this pick, Katelyn. Yeah. That's a great pick.
It drives me nuts, and I swear, Sam and it's like
I eat a lot of drive-through food. I rely heavily on drive-throughs for meals because I'm a busy professional on the go.
You're a consumer.
And
do you always pay with cash when you go to the fast food place?
It depends on whether or not I just sold drugs. But I agree completely. And also, there's nothing more American feeling than getting your food from the drive-thru. Like the only time I really feel patriotic is when I go and spend like $20 at Taco Bell or White Castle, and then I'm pulling away, and I'm just like, you know what? God bless America, because you leave here and there really aren't drive-thrus, and that is one thing I will give this godforsaken shithole is that we've got drive-thru food.
It is good, but just
like,
not one of these big orders.
You go to the drive-thru at White Castle and someone in front of you orders a Crave case. Your fucking ass is waiting for a while. Go in and get that shit.
Well, you go to White Castle. Period. You get a guy in front of you gets one slider. You're gonna wait 20 minutes because that fucking place.
Well, that's why.
No, Brian. It completely depends on location. Number one,
White Castle's rough, dude.
And number 2, HBIC. I apologize. That was me ordering a case.
But they're always there, and then when they finally get their food, they gotta sit there for another 5 minutes to double check everything.
Yeah, because I forgot how to put the car in drive, Katelyn. Just let me get a couple burgers in me, and then we'll reevaluate.
That's like what I love about Portillo's is like it doesn't like you don't have to wait for the person in front of you to get their food. They just have someone going out to all the cars.
I
and
hate
it's
that
the greatest.
shit. Oh, I should have put that on my list. Fuck.
But it's nice because you don't have to wait for the person in front of you to be done. If your food's ready, they just like, here you go, bye, and you can leave.
Unless, like the Portillo's and Skokie, you've got a single file drive-through line. Because then what happens is you're holding your hot food and you just can't go anywhere.
Yeah, ours is 2, or else it would defeat the purpose.
These fast food places now that are doing that, Chick-fil-A has one. A lot of these places now where you're waiting in the drive-through line, right? Now this restaurant presumably paid money to erect a menu with a speaker in it that you can communicate with the cashier, right? But instead of utilizing that equipment that they paid to have built, they've got a 15-year-old, 6 feet out in front of that, and he's going to take your order first.
Yeah.
What's the point of that? I still have to wait the same amount of time before I get to the window where you give me my food. It doesn't seem like we're saving anybody any trouble.
You just can't take it that they're hiring more people, huh?
Yeah, that's it. I can't take it that they're hiring more kids that they can pay dirt.
Yeah. I had a buddy that interviewed for a manager job at a Chick-fil-A once, and they were asking him to quote scripture. So that was fun.
That's fantastic.
You know what drives me crazy about fast food lines too. I was at a McDonald's the other day, and I was waiting in line behind this dude for 20 minutes. It was an old man. It took him 12 minutes to order. Asking questions, and I swear to God, he didn't get any fucking food. They gave him like a small Coke, and he drove away.
Oh my God!
As someone who served and bartending for 10 years, you'd be surprised the amount of times I have one person. Like I'll have 10 tables, 10 people at my bar, and they're like trying to hold me for 15 minutes of questions that are all on the menu, and it's just like, sir, read, leave me alone. You are not the only person in this damn room.
I have a drive-through one on my list. I'm not going to pick it here, but I'll mention it in the dump here.
Sure, this is Wendy.
All right, I'm going to go here. I'm not a formal person. I'll start by saying that.
Get the fuck out of here.
My definition of dressing up is to have a shirt that has like 2 buttons here.
And the bow tie on the shirt.
See, that's where we're getting with that. My pick, I think it should be illegal to wear a tie.
All right, I'm down. Yeah, because I got too fat a neck to button the top button on the dress shirt.
I think we're getting more casual as time goes on.
Why are you being forced to put something around your fucking neck?
Yeah, that is weird. That's a weird thing.
What,
I mean, I will say
Old West. Like, what the hell?
I will say that I think that when done right, it looks quite nice, but it sure doesn't have any semblance of practicality to it whatsoever.
Wear a collared shirt. I don't care if you wear a fucking tie.
And if anything, it's a bit of a hazard. You kind of shouldn't have.
It could get stuck on something
tied around your neck.
You could die.
You could die.
Yeah.
You could die.
This is like a PSA.
The more you know. So yeah, I think wearing a tie is stupid.
What about
and you're stupid
tie?
For wearing one.
Here.
Yeah, I like the more casual look. I feel like it's getting more casual as the years go on.
Oh, it absolutely is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Brandy's got a good point. It saves your shirt from the ketchup.
There you go. Well, so 2 birds, 1 stone. You ban ketchup, and then no one needs to wear a tie anymore.
Win right there, man. Yeah. I'm in.
This is our platform. When Brian and I run for office, we're gonna ban ketchup and ties.
Love it.
Mustard bolos.
Yeah. Only. Mandated, actually.
Official mandate. All right, Jason. This is the Mr. Irrelevant pick.
Yeah. I'm saving one of my best picks for last. The first 3 I picked because it's stuff that annoys the fuck out of me. But now I'm just gonna play to the audience for the votes. I'm gonna play to the Utes, and my last pick is the cost of college tuition.
Oh, that's amazing! You've got all 4 good ones there. I don't think anybody can disagree with you.
Nah, yeah, he's out here. He's out here for the win.
Oh yeah.
This is you could be accused of pandering here, Jason.
Yep. It's like,
it is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And then you add on interest to all that. It's fun.
You idiots went to college.
Sure did.
What a bunch of suckers.
oh boy.
Yeah. It's obscene.
I think it. You know what's funny too is probably I'm gonna just guess. I would probably say like 40% of those costs for college tuition are probably for athletic programs anyways, and paying like multi-million-dollar salaries to head coaches and shit. So
well, but the sports bring in the money too, though.
Yeah, but I
think that what we're getting to here is that there's a case to be made for the complete separation of athletics from academics. And I think that it's a long time coming.
It's not going to happen, but
it's not going to happen. Of course, it's not because the whole machine is already up and running. But see Northwestern for further reason why things should probably be.
Yeah, one of my buddy's suggestions was what should be illegal is the Northwestern athletics department. So
yeah, I should have picked that. I don't know what's wrong with me.
You're slipping, buddy.
Yeah,
there's no AssCast this week, so how are you going to bitch about Northwestern again?
I mean, I'll just do it I'll just
give them a platform right now.
I'll just do it. I'll just do it in here. No one will hear me, but I'll just be talking to the wall, and I'll get it out somehow.
But yeah,
actually, what I'll do is I'll have a good old like full decibel speakerphone conversation with my father, and we'll just be yelling over each other for an hour. That's how I'll get it out of my system.
While pissing on the toilet seat.
Yeah.
On your iPhone.
Yeah.
But no, with the cost of tuition, it's funny though. I remember when I was in college, I was like, what are these miscellaneous fees? And I clicked on it, and one of them was like, to rebuild the gym. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't use the gym. Why the fuck?
Well, it was like the athletic field, and I'm like, why am I paying to have this? Like, what? No, I thought I'm paying for my classes here, but no, it's amazing what those fees go to.
Jesus,
it is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing is a good adjective for what it is.
It's like Ticketmaster fees.
Well, and then I graduated.
It's the same thing, really. Yeah.
You're paying twice. You're paying twice as much, which is phantom money.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious. And then they didn't even finish it when I graduated, so I had to graduate from the local high school. And I was like, so I'm paid, and I didn't even get to use it, huh? Funny.
There's the rub right there. Yeah. Jesus
so yeah,
Christ.
That's a good one. Jason's swept the floor here.
Yeah, Jason's got a good draft there.
Oh yeah.
He went after.
I'm very angry.
He went for blood and ketchup.
Ticketmaster, telemarketing, and politicians. Come on, he's
yeah.
That's gonna be 100%.
Yeah,
that is the old man yelling.
I think he's taking PEDs.
Oh.
No one piss test me after this.
My mouth's right here, buddy. Come on over.
Those are good ones.
Yumper said Harvard was charging $40,000 a semester when they were in COVID and the kids were at home e-learning.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, because
you're paying for your diploma. You're not paying for anything else.
Well, and it's also
you're going to Ivy League. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, for Harvard, you're paying to say you went to Harvard. Yeah, you're not.
My uncle, my cousin went to Columbia, Ivy League Columbia, not Columbia, Chicago. And I asked my uncle, we were hanging out at a party or whatever. I'm like, what do you pay every year for this kid to go to college? He goes, well, go to a Mercedes dealership. Tell them, give me the most expensive car you have, and then drive it off a cliff, and then you got to do it again next year.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is. Like,
yeah, it's
just push
insane.
Just push it off the cliff, throw it in the river, whatever. And then you got to go buy one next year.
I drove off a cliff last year. It was a good time.
Ooh.
Sweet,
it's a good time. It's fun.
I was gonna go with some automotive ones, but I'm like, this guy's gonna freak out if I talk about like motorcycle douchebags or something like that.
No, we have some good ones.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we can do one of two things. We can do a dump list, or I have a list of laws in other states that are ridiculous.
Let's do the dump list because I got a
like
few.
the dump list.
I got 4 here too that I could.
Okay, give me one more sec here. We're actually I do have lists from people. So, first one, Dougie Fresh.
Attending any remaining.
So Dougie Fresh list. Attending any remaining. I'm gonna start reading stuff that's on the screen because I have an audio version of this show. So
I mean, I assume number 1 applies to people who are of age.
Yeah, attending any remaining White Sox games sober. I hope he's not talking about his daughter. Anichetta, not in taco form. He's going after Jason there.
He's still salty, man.
One.
He's still salty about it.
The Christmas one. Yep.
Yeah.
Stores,
boy. I mean, Menards is like T-3 weeks before they have their Christmas shit out.
And then of course, I love how we mentioned the White Castle stuff, and Dougie mentioned White Castle drive-through when you're drunk. The wait times.
Yep.
People that don't give you the courtesy wave, thank you when you let them into traffic.
That's my biggest.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I stole that one. I saw it.
And I feel like we all say you're welcome, right?
Yeah,
we all
Sam,
do that.
I'm like, they didn't give me a wave. They didn't give you a wave. I get so pissed.
Yeah, I wish I hadn't let you in now, bitch.
Yep, exactly. Fuck you.
And then we have country music, obviously.
Sure.
Pumpkin spice drinks.
Yep.
I am gonna make him next time he comes over in the fall for like a Bears game. I'm gonna make him all like pumpkin spice.
I enjoy a pumpkin spice.
I have one a year of pumpkin spice. And
I enjoy.
Oh, that is such a good one about the Super Bowl. That is
that should be a national holiday. I agree.
That's
a great one. That would have been a good pick.
Hey, look at Ryan. Last one.
And then the last one we already talked about. We were talking about cable prices, and you mentioned Xfinity cable prices.
Yeah. I mean, there's no excuse to be paying for cable in 2023.
Nope.
And also having to work the day after the Super Bowl, you don't.
You could take off.
My brother worked.
You don't have to work. You don't have to work ever if you don't want to.
One of my brother worked for Heinz Craft. They automatically give you the Monday off. It's the only company I've ever known that has.
It's because they own Heinz and Kraft both own professional football teams.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's go with this is Mailman Jack's list. So infants in a movie theater. That's a good one.
Oh, I know Sam is happy about that one.
Long lines at the deli counter on Cheap Chicken Monday at the Jewels. Credit card surcharges for anything.
Yep.
A laundromat that doesn't have a tamale vendor outside. For those of you that don't know Mailman Jack that well, he and on his route he has a tamale vendor he goes to that's outside of a laundromat. So that's every week. And then obviously gas pumps that ask you if you want a car wash today.
Yeah, people brought babies to like Infinity War and Endgame, and we were about to lose it. That was rough.
Don't bring your baby. Like if your kid's under 4, don't bring your kid to the movies.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Don't do
especially during a huge like.
And if you're like I can't go to the movies, then you can't go to the movies. I'm sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have to miss out.
I don't want to be that guy that's like scolding people for having children, but you had a kid. Don't go to the fucking movies and ruin everybody else.
That you have to miss out on, you know.
You know how you can avoid credit card surcharges?
Not having credit cards?
Having cash.
By using cash, baby.
Bada-boom.
And then finally I have Baloney's list. Ticketmaster, obviously. Yeah. Movies starting 30 minutes past advertised start time. That's a good one. StoopKiid talking about piss every week. MLB blackout restrictions. There's mine.
You'll have to lobby the Congress, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
Division winners hosting playoff games when they have a worse record than a wild card team. That is annoying.
The people have spoken, Baloney. You know, my tubes are tied. I mean, my hands are tied.
All right, dump lists. You want to go first, Jason?
Sure. My dump list. First one I got is Congress being able to trade stocks.
Oh my God,
100%.
That's an obvious one.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can even kind of pull off with that with lobbying too, like lobbying.
Yeah. Second one is being forced to sit in an airplane on a while you taxi in or on the runway
fuck,
is
the
that
worst.
for more than 30 minutes.
I mean, we could really do a whole separate episode, like
On
just on
stuff,
how airlines conduct
Airport
themselves.
shit. Yeah.
When we
Yeah.
land, I feel like we're like in a Uber like a Uber airplane.
The fact that
it's
they
like,
book
where are we
more
going?
tickets than they have seats.
Yep. Oh,
you know?
100%.
Next one is getting food that doesn't look like the advertisement.
Yep. That's the worst.
Wow.
I saw
that
Taco
would-
Bell's getting sued today for their Crunch Wraps, and I was like, yes,
Wait, really?
yeah, because their
what's
Crunch
the-
Wraps, the Crunch Wraps show more meat than you actually get.
Really?
So they're getting
Not
sued for
surprised.
that. I was like,
I
yes,
wonder-
you
I
do
w-
that. I want
Ah.
all those fast food companies to get sued because I never get what the food looks like.
Oh, we're gonna have to get in on that class action then.
Hell yeah.
And by the way, anyone who can hear this, if you find a class action, send it to me. That's free money.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
And you don't have to do anything but fill out the form.
I got in on the one years ago for Red Bull being sued because it doesn't
It didn't
actually give you wings.
I got out of that too. I
Yeah.
took instead of the money, I took the free pack of Red Bull. I'm like, I'm gonna get like $5 back, or I'm gonna get a free case of Red Bull. I'm taking Red Bull.
Yeah. I want
Case of Red Bull costs more.
I want wings, damn it.
Give me my
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
wings. They should send you like, paper wings in the mail.
My last one is driving the speed limit.
Oh yeah.
Don't go the speed limit or below. Always go at least 10 miles over.
5 to 10.
Yeah.
People who
Yeah.
drive slow are the reasons that there's accidents.
That's
Yep.
right.
Because
Everyone
you're trying to
should
cut
speed.
around them and change lanes and everything. You drive the speed limit. Don't get on the fucking road.
Everyone should speed all the
100%.
time.
Yeah, I hate slow people. And they're always in the left lane somehow. I was gonna put that, but that was an obvious one.
Passing on the right.
Yup.
Yep.
That's all I got for my dump list.
Good stuff, Jason.
Mm.
You had very precise and calculated items.
That's
For
what I do.
sure. That's what I do.
I'm cerebral. It's called me Triple H, the cerebral assassin.
You pick really good.
I'm cerebral.
Okay, Katelyn.
All right. I do have a little list here. I'll go fast.
Yeah.
Taking up 2 parking spaces drives me nuts.
Oh God,
Okay.
yes. Well, that kind of is illegal. You can get a ticket for that, can you?
I don't know if you can. I feel like they
the
don't.
parking lots are mostly privately owned. Nobody really
Yeah.
there's nobody being paid to
Yeah.
fucking give a shit about that.
Okay.
I had convenience fees, which is pretty much like Ticketmaster fees, but like all around.
Yeah.
I can't stand when the volume for the commercials like
Oh
10
my God.
times.
That's
They-
on my list.
There actually a few years ago there actually was
Yeah.
legislation about that.
I
and
hate it.
and
I'm like,
the motherfuckers lobbied to have that law killed.
that drives me nuts. It's
Yeah.
always like it scares you. It scares. I get startled really
the
easily.
FCC actually tried to fix that. And then
Interesting.
somebody handed them some money and they were like, never mind.
Yeah, it drives me nuts every time
That's
a
the
commercial
way
comes
government works.
on. They want you to hear. This is like
Girl, to
yeah.
fuck you.
I know this is like it seems like it's like less of a thing of the past, but I think it's gross. Like the celebrity 18th birthday countdowns. I just think that's
Ooh.
disgusting.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
it's just
terrible.
it's just gross.
That's real gross.
Yeah, when people block main walkways drives me insane.
Oh, stopping in the middle of the goddamn concourse.
Yeah, yep. Just blocking everybody's passage to get out. When chips are filled halfway with air and other
Oh, that's
snacks.
like every fun-sized bag of chips on the planet.
The company will tell you that is to protect the chips.
Yeah, whatever. Fill it
Yeah, my
3/4
ass.
and protect the rest. Boomers oversharing on Facebook. Free trials that want a credit card. No.
Uh,
And then, yeah, I had slow people in the left lane. child beauty pageants, underage marriage.
That was your first suggestion to me when you
that
were
was
like,
my
I have an
example.
idea for a draft, and you said, I'm like, okay, and you're like child pageants. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
That's great.
The Venn diagram of people who enter their kids into child beauty pageants,
I mean,
and people who who call teachers groomers. That Venn diagram is a circle.
You could put that under like the purity bullshit too.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just
it's
something you're making your kid do that's just not right.
It's the same.
It's just gross. Yeah, along with underage marriage, I just don't
creating
think
weird cultures.
Right.
Yeah.
And my last one was: you ever walk anywhere and there's like a clique of like 5-6 people walking horizontally at you, and it's like, where would you like us all to go while you're walking 5+ long with your group of people? It drives me insane. Move, like, or single file, okay? Like you're on a sidewalk, yay big. It's like, move to the side. No, all right. Well, that drives me insane.
Show some fucking humanity there, you know?
Yeah. It's like, no, go to the right. Like, it's like, you know, like walking's supposed to be kind of like, you know, when you're driving, but people don't understand that. But that's my list.
I did forget that Sam, Katelyn's husband Sam, did give me a list, and it was just it was just vaccines.
He's being funny.
So vaccines should be illegal.
He's being witty.
Thanks, Dylan Cease.
Yeah, and also like half of the baseball players.
80% of athletes are like that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably some dots to be connected there.
Yeah, we could go on all night. There's too many things that should be illegal.
Stoop, you got any more?
Yeah, so HVAC controls on a touchscreen instead of like knobs or dials or anything tactile. In fact, just this whole movement over the last several years, and it's only getting worse, of replacing buttons with touchscreens. You know, there was nothing wrong with buttons. Okay,
this is old man yellow clouds right here, dude.
But buttons break a lot less than touchscreens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And especially like cars now that have everything on a touchscreen, go fuck yourself. No one asked for this, man. I just want to turn the heat up a little bit and keep my eyes on the fucking road. All right. I can't do that if I can't feel where the, heat switch is or whatever. And then we have taking your shoes off on an airplane.
Yep, that was on my list.
Which I think is a pretty common faux pas. And I added that taking your socks off would be the death penalty.
Yep.
And then today in the office, I heard someone unironically use the word guesstimate, and that should be that should be illegal. You sound like an idiot. Asking what someone does for work when you have nothing else to talk about. Like, what do you do for work? I don't know, man. I fucking sit and stare at a screen. I do the same thing you do. Like, it's okay to not say anything to each other. Like, if we don't have anything to talk about, that's okay. But if you ask me what I do for work, I'm going to tell you I do some bullshit so that I can fucking pay my rent. I don't. And then right in line with that, then I have, and I almost picked this one in my draft. Corporate speak. The way that it particularly bothers me when it's like just the person who's one rung above you on the corporate ladder, who feels the need to carry the water of the company every time. Like, you can just talk to me like a person, okay? Like, we can drop the facade like the company gives a shit about either one of us, right? You and I are both just here for a paycheck, right? So we can just talk to each other like normal people. You don't have to put up this front like you're representing the company. The company doesn't give a fuck about you anymore. They care about me. And the bandwidth and circle back and back burner and all the acronyms that no one has any idea what these fucking things mean. KPIs and whatnot. Shut the fuck up. Just tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. let's see, ketchup, Apple products. And then the one that we covered just before we got on the air here. What should be illegal is going into the office or being required to go into the office when literally your entire job is done on the computer. I don't know if you guys know this, but most people have a computer at home and a connection to the internet, at least in the United States. So why do I need to get up early and drive or commute into some place to sit at a computer? I can sit at a computer perfectly fine in my home. It's just about control, though, at the end of the day. And then the last one I have here is making anime your entire personality. You know,
that's a good one.
This has just gotten out of hand, man.
I agree.
Like some of the shows are cool. You know, it's cool if you like the art. Some of it is really well done, but like a lot of it, you know, is targeted to kids. And it's like when you watch the shit, it's really, really fucking like simple and generic and cookie cutter plot lines. And like fucking 90% of every episode of every show is like just explaining. And it's enough already, man. It's not that damn cool. It doesn't make you special or unique. It's like you branch out a little bit. You know, learn. Read an actual book.
I'm having Brandy bring back something anime themed for you from Japan. So,
yeah, that's all I got.
All right, those are good, man. I have a lot, so I'm just gonna kind of rapid fire it. If you guys want to say something, just shoot it out over me here. Insurance companies, period. Insurance companies. Wearing unrelated team hats and jerseys to sporting events. So if you're at like a White Sox, Red Sox game, and somebody's walking around wearing Cubs gear, like fuck you. Go away. Salads. Just salads. Eat something good and take some vitamins, motherfucker. Concert headliners starting after 10 p.m. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm old. I want to go to sleep.
Yep.
Now this one would just be for me and Jason. Wrestling pay-per-views that last more than 5 hours. Get the fuck out of here, man. Now if you ever go to like the United Center and you go to like a concert or a Bulls game or whatever, and you get a water, they have to take the top off the water.
Yeah, I hate that.
Come on. We're going to throw the little piece of plastic at someone and kill someone.
They just want you to drop it so you buy another $7 water bottle.
Right. The gate at the craft cave that's always been consistently locked or
it's open now.
Is it open again?
It's open.
Well, then it's yeah.
Yes, I was sitting next to Brewhand Luke on Saturday, and he was extremely excited.
Yeah, it's his whole life. It's his whole life.
Very excited.
Reality television, just in general.
Trash.
Like it's okay to have a reality TV show, but you have to tell your audience this is fucking scripted. That's my caveat there.
All right.
Anything that is birthday cake flavored.
It's a lot of things nowadays.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that because the flavor is just sugar. There's no flavor to it.
There's like a little vanilla in there. That's all.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So until Dougie Fresh and I can catch up, they can't make any more comic book movies.
I think they could stop making comic book movies in general. I think we have enough.
Yeah, I think we're good. Sorry CPG if and when you listen and watch. Cashiers at stores that ask you to sign up for credit cards. Don't just leave me alone.
Yeah, I hate.
Let me buy something from you and leave.
Yeah.
Hey, you can avoid that if you use cash.
This is one, you motherfucker. This is one that I wanted to pick and I probably should have. Paper plates that aren't heavy duty.
Yeah, when you have to use like 4 to get the strength.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do you make those? What purpose do those little flimsy ass paper plates
so you run out faster because you got a triple stack?
So they need to have a law where it has to carry a certain amount of weight before it tips.
That's such a good one.
I feel you, but they do serve a purpose. It's like if you're like late at night, you're just having one piece of like toast with peanut butter on it or something. It's like you could use a paper towel and those thin little paper plates. It's just like one step above just using a paper towel,
Right.
Or like if you're microwaving something real quick, and you don't want your blunt to touch the plate at the bottom of the microwave.
You don't want your blunt to touch it, huh?
They all get stuck together though, so you either get like one little thin piece, or you get in like a 5, 6 stack sometimes.
Yeah,
you're trying to pry them.
Yeah,
off
and then
each
you
other.
you spend a long time trying to separate them. Yeah.
Yeah, I said next time I'm gonna go up a level.
Of course, we could all just stop creating more landfill and just use regular dishes and then wash them.
Right,
but,
right.
whatever.
There's a commercial for like heavy duty paper plates where this guy is making like spaghetti for his girlfriend, and he brings her like spaghetti on like this little flimsy paper plate, and the plate tips over and falls all over her. And it's like, why the fuck would you serve spaghetti on any paper plate, let alone
my grandma used to wash and reuse the paper plates.
That's
man.
Poor woman.
I loved that. That's so great.
It's so gross. Emissions tests for cars.
Fuck the earth.
Well, no, but they're not. This isn't like the engines are different now, man. They're not letting off what they used to let off.
Yeah, I forgot they did them when we moved back here. I was like, oh yeah, shit.
But Brian, why is it that they're not emitting what they once were?
Because they carry cash. Okay, is that what you wanted me to say?
No, it's because of emissions laws.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
We're just lazy and don't want to bring our cars.
Is he ranting against the thing he's advocating?
That being said, as a petrol enthusiast, I too would enjoy a world with no emissions testing. There are states in the United States.
There's counties in Illinois
that are much less strict with their emissions.
Like I live out in Kane. I live out in Kane, and if I was at like a couple more minutes west of where I live, they don't do emissions at all.
Yeah, so you know. There's places you can go if you don't want that. Also, at least in Illinois, they don't like stick anything in the like they don't actually put
they don't do the tube test anymore, right? They just put it in the computer.
It's just like, do you have a check engine light on? No. Okay, you're good.
Yeah. And then finally, tolls.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a
just
good
tax
one.
everybody like a small amount to keep the roads safe. Like fuck it.
Only a few states,
or
do
I mean, God forbid we build alternative to car travel, but whatever.
What, like teleportation?
Like fucking trains. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, we pay all the money for tolls, but then the roads still suck.
Yeah, because they're very, very difficult to maintain. It's a very stupid and expensive way to have infrastructure.
Yeah, I've been to all 48 of like the contiguous US, and I've only been to a few that actually have tolls. A lot of them don't have them.
Some of them have like outrageous tolls, like New Jersey.
Yeah,
it's like $1
$1
billion.
The turnpikes will get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. The turnpikes. It'll be a lot of money. A lot. That's a good one.
Well, that's all I got. So,
yeah, it was good.
All right. So let's go ahead and wrap things up. Jason, you got anything you want to mention before we head out?
No, I'm good. You guys know Bumcast 9 p.m. and our new podcast, Bums in the Bleacher, for the Cubs fans out there, is going to be on the YouTube channels as well. So make sure you check it out if you're a Cubs fan.
Excellent. Stoop.
I don't know. I have if you look at my thing on the screen here, you should follow that Twitter account. It'll tweet some funny things occasionally. I have a podcast. It's called If You Have to Ask, You Don't Know.
What's it about?
If you have to ask, you don't know. And read All Sports Scene. We do tremendous work, and we're just we're a force for good in the world.
Tremendous work, tremendous people. And
tremendous work, tremendous people.
Katelyn is married to one of those tremendous people, and
oh yes,
we'll definitely have to have you on again. You did a great job tonight.
Thank you. Check out Sam's and our amazing friends on the Asscast at All Sports Scene. They're goofy over there. They're great.
Asscast. Every time I want to watch it, I go, "Oh, the Asscast is on."
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. No problem.
Thanks for having us. Vote HBIC in the poll.
No.
Vote early. Vote often.
I think I'm voting for you already.
I'm just gonna forget. I'm gonna forget to put you in the poll because I know you love controversy. So, but yeah. So tomorrow night, CPG and I will be doing playback for AEW Dynamite. So feel free to come and hang out with that. I will be back next week for another episode of It's Getting Drafty in here. I might do a couple of episodes next week, but one that's definitely lined up for next Tuesday. It's gonna be me, Svo. Jordan from All Sports Scene and Southside Sox, as well as Southside Sox member Crystal O'Keefe. We're going to be drafting Major League Baseball City Connect uniforms. So that'll be a fun one. You want to miss that one?
I mean, first overall has to take the White Sox, right?
That wouldn't be my pick, but
really,
yeah, we'll discuss that later.
Okay,
but yeah,
stay tuned, folks. That's called a tease.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please subscribe to the Sadistic Penguin Studios on the YouTubes. Check us out on our website, sadisticpenguinnetwork.com or studios.com. Excuse me. We also have merch, so feel free to buy some It's Getting Drafty in here shirts, some Yumper and Svo stuff, hook up on film. And then always, Yumper and Svo will be back next week with another episode, so be on the lookout for that. This has been It's Getting Drafty in here, episode 24. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good night.
Yay.
Bye, guys.